Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about RIDGID's NXT shop vac. What's up everybody, my name's Tanner with Build Not Bought, and Home Depot just asked me to check out the new NXT RIDGID shop vac and give my personal review and put it to the test. Let's jump right in, open up this box and see what comes inside.
Right out of the gates, you'll see RIDGID's full lifetime warranty. This is the 16-gallon shop vac with a 6.5 horsepower motor. Our first attachment is the locking utility nozzle, and this is great for cleaning up floors. After that, we have the car attachment, great for floor mats, seats, and carpet. Next, we have the crevice tool for all of those hard to reach areas. And finally, we have the wet attachment with a built-in squeegee to clean up water. Here's the accessory caddy. And we also get two 2.5-inch extension pipes. Inside the vacuum drum, there's also additional parts and supplies.
Alright, let's get started with assembly. First, you're going to want to find one of the two caster wheels and then insert it into the foot of the shop vac. You'll hear it snap into place, and then you know it's ready to go.
With the caster wheels installed, we can now install the front legs to the front of the drum. They just snap right into place, and then you can fasten them permanently with the provided screws.
Alright, now we're going to work on the rear legs. So I'm going to flip the drum around. And these attach the exact same way, we just don't have a caster on these rear wheels. And these screws are optional. I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in because my shop floor is kind of rough, and rolling this thing around, I just got a feeling they would end up working their way loose. So for me, that screw is an added bit of security. Next, you need to find your metal axle and one of the end caps, and you're going to gently tap this on just like this with a hammer. Now that we have our cap in place, you're going to take one of the wheels and make sure the smooth side faces that cap. So I'm going to slide this in so that the smooth side faces the cap, and this is going to next go right into the back leg assembly. And out the other side. Then we're going to take our wheel on the other side, make sure the smooth side is facing out, slip this on, and then add our second end cap. Go ahead and tap that end cap with the hammer to fully seat it. And now our wheels are installed. They also provide a hubcap to give your wheels a little bit of a cleaner look, and these just pop into place.
The provided attachment caddy attaches to the back side of the drum. Simply add the two pins into the bottom and then snap the top into place. The power head drops snugly into place onto the drum, and it will lock itself in with the two tabs on each side of the drum.
And this carry handle installs with this back fin facing the back of the vacuum, and it just sets right in place. And then we're going to add two of the provided screws to the top.
There are two hose clamps on either side of the drum that are installed with two screws in each, and these allow the hose to pop right into them for easy transfer. Finally, we're going to install the handle, which mounts onto the back of the vacuum, and it just locks into place with two separate pins.
Up next, we're going to attach the hose to the vac. And RIDGID has a patented locking mechanism that allows this to slip right on, and you can hear it click and lock into place. And once it clicks to lock, it is not coming off of there. Push it into place on these side tabs, and it's ready for transport. When using the vacuum, the muffler diffuser should be installed into the blower port, which is at the back of the motor. This will allow the muffler to disperse the exhaust and the airstream. This just click locks into place just like the front hose did. All right, now that we got our wet dry vac completely installed and ready to go, let's take this out to the wood shop and see what it's made of. All right, guys, we're out in the shop, and now I get to put this beast to the test. I'm excited to see what 6.5 horsepower does with the shop vac. My old one was only 2.5 horsepower, and it's over a decade old, so this is going to be a huge improvement. Right out of the gates, I really love this locking mechanism from RIDGID. You don't have to worry about your attachments falling off when you're using them, and it has that audible click lock, and you know it's not going anywhere. We're going to start out with the floor attachment because I have sawdust all over my shop floor, and see how it does. So one of the reasons I'm most excited for this shop vac is my miter saw station, which is an absolute disaster. It's the messiest tool in my shop because I can't hook up dust collection to it because I need to keep it somewhat mobile.
And this vacuum had no trouble at all picking up these walnut shavings and sawdust made from that miter saw. I was expecting the hose to clog up here, and it didn't have any trouble whatsoever. And of course, we had to try out the small crevice tool for around the miter saw and also in this pesky little groove on my table saw that's really hard to keep clean. And it made easy work of both of these tasks. And here's some high volume work. Typically, shop vacs are not meant for high volume, and this vacuum had no trouble picking up shavings from my jointer that usually needs a dust collector to pick up.
Wow, that was almost too easy. This 6.5 horsepower motor from RIDGID is seriously a beast.
I proceeded to use the floor attachment for the entire wood shop floor, and I was actually having fun vacuuming. Let's keep that between us. If my wife ever finds out I was enjoying vacuuming, I'm never going to hear the end of it. This method is so much better than sweeping up and kicking up all the dust into my shop, and then I can't even work out there for a couple hours waiting for it to settle. Speaking of kicking up dust, by moving the hose from the front to the back of the motor on the vacuum, you turn this vacuum into a dust or leaf blower. So I'm going to test that out next on top of my workbench. I have to admit, when I first started up this blower, it recoiled a little bit. I wasn't quite expecting how much power was behind this, and you can see how quickly it cleared off all the dust and tools for that matter from my work.
Holy cow, that worked way better than I thought it would.
After seeing how powerful the blower was on this vac, I decided to blow out the rest of the sawdust that was on my floor. This is just way too much fun. I don't think I'm ever going to pick up a broom again, and this was totally worth all the dust I kicked up.
And the most impressive thing is cleaning up after a toddler. These cracker crumbs are no match for this RIDGID vac. All right, guys, I just want to say a couple more final thoughts on this vacuum. I was thoroughly impressed with its performance in my shop. It was fun to use it. I used and abused it for the course of that entire day, and I plan on using it pretty much every single day out here to try and keep my shop a little bit cleaner. That's something that I need to work on for sure. The 6.5 horsepower motor, almost 3 times the size of my old unit, was really, really impressive at both cleaning up with a vacuum feature as well as the dust blowing feature in my wood shop. If you're looking for this vacuum or any other RIDGID tools, make sure you check out thehomedepot.com or stop into your local Home Depot store to pick it up in person. Thanks, Home Depot, for giving me this opportunity. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next build.